gather round me. Thank you so much for coming tonight as we honor the memory of Dee Whigham and pray for peace and pray for healing and pray for wholeness within our community and the world. Tonight we're holding a vigil in memory of Dee Whigham, the young trans woman that was murdered brutally on Saturday night over in St. Martin. This has particularly hit our community heavy because this is kind of the first time we've had sort of an act of violence directly against a person in our community. And so it's brought up a lot of issues for folks, a lot of fear, a lot of wondering, a lot of uncertainty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, time for reactions. So today I think I talked about this story, but I didn't really go deep into it. It wasn't like a reaction, it was more like commentary. If you don't know, commentary and reactions are definitely two different things. So today I'm going to be doing a reaction on the story of Dee Whigham. She was a transgender, and she had met this guy on a dating site. Let me see if I can find what dating site that was, because I think I talked to you guys before about what kind of dating sites you should be on and what sites you shouldn't be on. If you're really serious about trying to find love online, there are some sites that I'm going to tell you, don't do it. And one of the sites is tagged. The reason why they call that website tagged is because that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to be running back, chasing after these people on this online, because all of them, majority of them on there play games. They're not serious about that. A lot of them want one night stands. I'm telling you. But I'm going to pick apart that in another video. We'll talk about all the websites that you should be staying away from. Okay? So I gotta wait for my computer to load up. I thought it was loaded. So let me just start talking while this is loading. So they were talking for a minute on this app, and they decided to meet up, and they went to a hotel. Now they caught the two on surveillance going into the hotel. And then they seen him come out without her, and he had a whole bunch of luggage and stuff like that. So that right there was suspicious. So they said that Dee Whigham becomes 16th trans person to be unaligned. Let me turn this down a little bit. There's a light shining on my face. So Dee was 25, and she was found knifed to death. So they said she had traveled to Biloxi area with friends to attend the Gulf Coast Black Rodeo at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. They said she was reportedly sharing a hotel room when she was unalive with friends who were also planning to attend the rodeo. So she was down there to attend this event, and this happened to her. And she was also meeting up with the dude. Okay, so this is not telling us anything about the story. So now they said that she was knifed 119 times. That's a lot of times to be yeah, they're not saying a lot about this. I'm trying to find a story. So it says security footage released by local police shows sailor um, Dee Hickerson leaving a hotel where Dee Whigham is believed to have been knifed to death. They said a member of he was in the U.S. Navy, has been charged in connection with the death of 25-year-old black transgender woman who was found unalived in a hotel room in St. Martin, Mississippi on Saturday. Now, they said she had recently graduated to become a registered nurse, so she had a good head on her shoulders and she was going to do great things. Now, the hotel that they was at was the Best Western Hotel, but investigators said, like in this particular article, that they were waiting on a full autopsy, and after they did that autopsy, they found that she was stabbed 119 times. Now, they said Hickerson, 20, has been charged with capital murder in connection with Dee's death. So basically what happened is, because this article ain't really saying a lot, basically what happened is they met up at this hotel and they had relations, they had a sexual encounter, and after that sexual encounter, allegedly she told him that she was transgender, and he said he lost it. Like I told y'all before, confusion, okay? When men get confused, their mind totally goes blank. You have to remember, confusion, okay? And that's what happened here. And he said that he snapped, and he but I'm like, does he usually carry around knives? Is that what they usually do? Do these sailors or these army people, do they usually carry around knives? So they said ex-Navy sailor gets 40 years for unaliving Dick. So they gave him 40 years. And I don't even think that's enough. I think he should have got life with no possibility of parole. But you can only give these people so much with what the law says that you can give them, because a lot of people will get mad at the judge and be like, oh, that judge is BS and he could have did this. No, he can only do as much as he can do. He can't overstep the law like that. He has a job. He has to follow the laws too. So if they're saying this is the maximum we can give this guy, they said he will also have to serve 15 years for a robbery charge. Now they said he could have faced the death penalty, but he didn't go to trial. Now I told you how many times Dee was knifed, and they said many of the wounds was to the victim's face, throat, and her throat was slashed 3 times. That's horrible. Now they said that he was training at a New Orleans native, as a New Orleans native. He was training at an Air Force base to be a weather forecaster. A weather forecaster. Looking at him, I don't see him as being no weather forecaster. Now it says that Hickerson said in court Thursday that he and Dee had been chatting online for a couple of months. So they've been chatting for a minute, but they had never met in person. He said they decided to meet while she was in Biloxi with her friends because she had to go to that event. Now she picked him up. Dee picked up Hickerson. And they said the two went straight to the hotel that she was staying in. So he was staying in her hotel. He said after they had a form of relations at the hotel, she told him she was a transgender woman. He said he lost it. He said, I lost it. Confusion. He said, saying he really didn't remember much afterwards. So you telling me you lost? Yeah, they can lose it that bad. A lot of them lied though, but they can lose it that bad that they don't know what happened. They will tell people, I don't know what happened. I blanked out. But I believe he knew what he was doing. Dee's mom said she thinks that the plea deal was a slap in the face. He gets a chance to see his family. I don't get that chance with my child. And that is true. Yeah, that is a slap in the face. That is a slap in the face. Because like I told you before, I think that he should have got life for that without the possibility of parole. And he shouldn't have no kind of visitors at all. He should be on lockdown for 24 hours. He should have got the worst sentence ever, guys. He knifed he knifed Dee 119 times. Just imagine, just count to yourself. Just imagine counting to yourself 119 times. We'll do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119 times he knifed that lady. So don't sit here and tell me anything about he tricked her. I wouldn't even care if he tricked her. That does not condone him doing that to her, knifing her that many times. This story was horrible. Nobody should ever have to leave that world. Nobody should ever have to go through that and be taken out of this world like that. That is a brutal way to go, to take somebody. And I agree with her mom. It was a slap in the face. It was definitely, that man should never be able to see the light of day or walk around any of us in society. He's not safe. And if I was the mom, I would try my best to try to appeal it or try to do something to keep him in there, because he does not need to be out here around any of us. He is a that's one dude right there that is a danger to society. He should never ever be let out. And how old is he? So he'll probably be like 61 when he gets out. That's still enough time to live your life. And Dee, she doesn't get to do that. So I understand. I definitely understand where her mom is coming from. This is wrong. This was wrong. This was wrong. And you definitely have to be careful with the people that you meet online. And what I talk about that in another video on some dating sites that you should be on and dating sites that you don't need to be on at all. And now you gotta be safe. You gotta be alert, even on the good websites, because there are bad people that go over there and try to prey on you too. But there's signs and warnings to know. Signs and warnings. This is terrible. This was terrible. That was a terrible. It was awful. It was an awful story. It was awful. And it's crazy because it said less than a month before was to go. It's crazy because they had been talking for months. And you would think that kind of would have came up in the conversation. I mean, man, I can't really I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna judge that lady if she didn't bring it up. But if men are so pressed about the transgenders telling them, hey, I'm a guy or whatever, why don't you guys ask? Because I feel like if he would have asked, maybe she would have been honest about it and be like, yes, I am transgender. But I've heard a lot of transgender women say, well, if they don't ask, obviously they don't care. So maybe you guys should be asking about their assignment. Like, were you born a man or were you born a female? And a lot of them will tell you, a lot of people talk about, oh, they ain't going to do nothing. But a lot of them don't lie. A lot of them will tell you straight up if they're like that or not. Just to avoid all the problems. Now, a lot of people are saying that Dee tricked him and all this nonsense, but we don't know that. We don't know what we didn't even see the conversations. That would have been good to see their conversations. I know they still had those conversations. So why weren't we able to see the conversations of Dee and Hickerson? Why weren't we able to see those conversations? Because a lot of stuff, if they went to trial, they definitely would have pulled up those conversations. But since they didn't, they was like, they just, when you don't go to trial, they throw everything out, guys. They throw everything out. Everything goes out the door. That's it. That's it. There's no more nothing. I gotta lotion up for this workout, y'all. I like to put lotion on so I can sweat, cause I don't sweat like that. I had to put lotion on and stuff to sweat. Yeah, but a lot of them will tell you straight up. The majority of them, they will tell you straight up. Because the first thing they do is they'll see if you might be like that or you might not be like that. But most of the time they will tell you straight up, like, yeah, I am. And a lot of them, they be cool with it. I'm going to just tell you seriously. They be cool with it. Y'all be thinking I'm just playing it. No, a lot of those men, they be cool with it. They be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Y'all was just, I want you to be honest with me. I want you to be honest with me. I'm telling you, a lot of those dudes be cool with it. So, guys, that's my reaction on this whole video. That whole situation was sad. It was really sad. I don't want to ever see nobody go through anything like that, and it definitely continues to happen. And so something has to happen. Something has to give. Something has to stop. Not just with all women. Black women too. The unaliving of black women. It's crazy. I'm gonna start talking about that too. All these are going in playlists, and I'm actually gonna go to my playlist and see that I have, because maybe I want to delete some, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that it's not too much to look at, because some people are like, oh, I don't know, and they just leave. So I want to make sure that my playlist is not too long, too much in there. So yeah. So guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Always hit that bell notification so you can know each and every time I upload a new video. I love you guys. Always thinking about you. Until next time, it is me, Time for Reactions. And guys, please stay safe and stay healthy out there. Bye-bye.
But I don't think that's enough time that he they're asking for, Your Honor.
I accept the plea and the recommendation to state on count one, you hereby sentenced to 40 years in Mississippi Department of Corrections, 35 years to serve without benefit of parole.
When you decide to take violence into your hands and take the life of another person, you have displayed and acted on hate. And in this case, there is no doubt that at that moment when he decided to take that knife and stab this victim that many times, that there was hate involved. It was a very violent crime, a vicious attack, and I'm glad today that the family now knows more about why their family member died and how he died. Although we do take issue with some of the statements, we are glad for the result. This would have been a tough thing for the family to sit through this trial, and I think 35 years day for day, and then after he does those 35 years, 8 more years in prison, I think is a punishment that serves that justice was served here in Jackson County.
I think it's the best result that we could come up with out of these circumstances, and honestly, it's just a very tragic day for both families involved. I think it was a fair recommendation, and I'm happy with the results.
You know, Dee chose the life he wanted to live, and I think if you heard what his mom said, he was happy with the life he chose to live, and he didn't want to die, she didn't want to die. And I think that, you know, when we resort to violence, there's never a good ending, and that's what happened in this case. 2 families walked away from this courtroom today without their family.